Spyderco Tenacious. What a name to a knife. So when I just saw this on Amazon, I was like, I gotta get this. It looks kind of cool. It is small. I thought it was small. And you know, you should always read the specs before you get a knife. This is quite big. And I read a few reviews of people telling that this knife just really bad. I didn't believe them until I got my hands on one. So is this really bad? Let's find out in this video review and testing. Pretty much there's going to be not too much testing. But first off, right off the bat, unlike other Spyderco knives, this is made in China. Right away you know this is not as good as the rest of the models. You can see when you open this up, it doesn't have the magic sound. What is the magic sound? Well, Spyderco actually has two lines of them. It has the cheap line and the expensive line. Cheap ones is made in China, the expensive ones are made in USA or in Japan. Did you hear that? This is how it's supposed to sound. What's the difference? Well, this is the Spyderco Little Native. I like it. There's nothing wrong with it. The action, everything is just awesome in this knife, and I like that it has the top thing right here where the safety locks in, and it makes it really good. Now this one sports safety lock right on the bottom here, which along with every other cheap knife I ever owned, this is where they put them in. Next is this right here, which is a really hard clip. It's not a deep carry clip, but it's a really hard clip for you to use. And then the grip. It's just not good enough. And we have here a bunch of other under $50 knives, or a little bit more expensive, but they're about in the same ballpark. Just to show you the difference. And here we have the Special Forces version, Special Operations that is, of the Smith and Wesson. This one is exclusive, sold on eBay. And probably the only one that's probably left out there, and it's sold in my shop. Why I wanted to show you this? Take a look, they're almost identical in terms of size and shape, but if you already had to go for something like this, you might as well have gotten the Smith & Wesson Special Operations one, because you just get so much going in this knife. It is almost identical. Also has this cheap thing right here, but this one has the automatic opening assist to it. So it's not really automatic, it's just manual opening with assist to it, and it just jumps up there. Now, comparable, because it jumps like that, you can just close this up so it doesn't accidentally jump in your pocket. But there's another thing you can do. Instead of like flicking the switch here, you can just press on this button and it's going to do the same exact thing here. See? Now, where I show you this, pretty much that this has a better handle than the Choricas. Just doesn't have the same kind of a handle to it. Plus this thing is huge. It's big, really big. And if I was looking for a big knife, I wouldn't go for this one. I would go for a Para 3 instead. We have a bunch of other knives here that probably are better for the under 50 or the $50 to $60 range here. So this is almost like 8 inches long. This part is about 4.5, and this one right here is 3.25 or so on here. Now this one, you can see the size difference here. This one just looks flattening. This one just looks cool. On the other hand, the CR KT, one of my favorite knives of all times here. And you can tell that this one is good. See, I like the shape and the looks of this one. It's missing the surrogate edge to it, but nothing is perfect. but it flips pretty cool too. But talking about value, even the Bell Grills cheap knife is probably better than the Tenacious, as it does the same function, but at least it has a better grip to it. Now, if I was gonna pick one that's much better replacement and for the value, I would go for the Leatherman C33X instead. Got everything going for it. And one thing that this is better than this is when this closes, look how big this thing sticks out. Now this is definitely something that only Leatherman has. Spyderco, I mean, only has is the hole right here, which I really enjoy. But you can see the difference within the high quality and the low quality knife here. This is much more slimmer and fits in your pocket. But to be justified, this is the Little Native and this is the Spyderco Tenacious, which is much bigger kind of a knife. And yet, the thing I dislike the most about this specific knife is, apart from this sticking out a little bit too much, this is pretty much sharp, which is, I don't have a problem with it. It's just, when you have a bunch of knives, you feel the quality. And the handle is just lacking in quality. This is where I'm not getting the satisfaction from. Although it has pretty decent grip to it, the handle just feels really cheap. But understandable, for 60 bucks, I wasn't expecting anything too expensive to this. But you know what, if this was a little bit small and a little bit cheaper, I would actually have liked it. I just think that because it is so big and it is actually illegal street size, I think. You see, if it goes over your palm, it becomes almost an illegal carry in my state. And this is what the biggest problem is of this knife, is that it is just way too big. And we don't always get knives that are just way too big like that. So what is my biggest issue with it? Pretty much its size. It's too big. Other than that, it's not such a bad knife. Overall, I give it maybe a 7 out of 10. Should you get one like this? Probably not. There's just so much better knives out there that do the same exact job, the same or better amount of money. If I was gonna pick one of my favorites, I would say for the same price, the CRTK would be something I would go for. Almost the same size, shape, yet its blade is street legal. Let me know below what you think of this video, which knife you would probably be getting and why. If you did enjoy and love this channel, make sure to sub and like and check out my other videos, reviews as well.